Protests in more than a dozen cities, troops deployed, violent police confrontations, curfews, and internet shutdowns. India has seen days of unrest after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government passed a new citizenship law. So what's going on? First, the law itself. The new Citizenship Amendment Act will allow persecuted religious minorities from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh to take refuge in India and claim citizenship. What's wrong with that? Nothing, except it excludes Muslims. Meaning, Hindus, Christians, Buddhists, Sikhs, Parsis and Jains are all welcome, but not Muslims. The government says that's because Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh are majority Muslim nations and therefore Muslims can't face persecution there. It's a stance that hasn't gone unnoticed.
We are concerned that India's new Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 is fundamentally discriminatory in nature.
Sects such as the Ahmadis in Pakistan, the Rohingya in Myanmar, the Hazaras in Afghanistan, all persecuted Muslim minorities. In many parts of India, this exclusion is being seen as non-secular. Remember, India is a secular republic where any discrimination on the basis of religion is illegal. The fear is this discrimination that many see inherent in this law will soon also spread to Indian citizens who are Muslim. Listen to what people are saying.
We feel attacked. Not only we feel attacked, but those who are democratic in nature, those who celebrate democracy, they are also feeling attacked because of this act.
On my existence, if this gets passed, our life is going to be horrible.
हम हर बिल में आपका सहयोग करने के लिए तैयार हैं, लेकिन अगर धर्म के नाम पर मुसलमानों को प्रताड़ित किया जाएगा, ये कतई बर्दाश्त नहीं किया जाएगा और इसका बहुत बड़ा आंदोलन मुस्लिम सेवा संगठन करेगा.
The current Indian government has been routinely criticized as being anti-Muslim. Since 2014, when Narendra Modi came to power for the first time, Muslims have been routinely attacked by Hindu mobs, sometimes merely on suspicion of transporting beef, the cow being a sacred animal for Hindus. Action against meat and leather industries in some BJP-ruled states have hurt Muslim livelihoods. Modi's Home Minister Amit Shah has in the past referred to illegal Muslim migrants as termites. So if you're a Muslim in India, how would you feel? UN Human Rights Chief Michelle Bachelet summed it up in her annual report earlier in the year. She said, "We are receiving reports that indicate increasing harassment and targeting of minorities, in particular Muslims and people from historically disadvantaged and marginalized groups such as Dalits and Adivasis." So a government that's seen as anti-Muslim has introduced a law that leaves persecuted Muslims out of any opportunity to seek refuge and then citizenship in secular India. But that's just one reason for the protests in some parts of India. The other is what's happening in the northeastern state of Assam. It is here that the protests began in earnest. For the Assamese, the citizenship law isn't about threatening India's secular credentials. It's about protecting their identity. Confused? Bear with me. Assam borders Bangladesh, and over the years, millions of illegal migrants have streamed into the state. Local Assamese have protested this for decades, claiming the influx of Bengali-speaking migrants from Bangladesh is a threat to their culture and resources. In the 80s, the Indian government agreed with their concerns, and it was decided that illegal migrants had to go. In keeping with that, the Supreme Court of India mandated that an earlier National Register of Citizens, or NRC, will be updated to determine who is a citizen and who is not. A mammoth exercise to determine this question ended earlier in the year, and of the roughly 33 million people who live in Assam, around 2 million were deemed to be illegal.
वो टेंशन हो गया, किसी को बताया भी नहीं, आपका नाम नहीं है, घर में कुछ बताया नहीं, हम ऐसे ही चुपचाप बैठा है, मम्मी को भी नहीं बताया, मेरा पिताजी का हार्ट का पेशेंट है, वो कुछ अभी टेंशन में क्या करेगा, उपाय नहीं मिल रहा हमको.
But a solution has emerged thanks to the BJP. Since huge numbers of those left out are Hindus, they will now be able to apply for citizenship under the new citizenship law. All they need to do is claim they are oppressed Hindus from Bangladesh. Naturally, ordinary Assamese feel betrayed. They wanted all illegal migrants out, something the NRC was doing. But with the new law, the Hindu nationalist BJP government will allow illegal Hindu migrants to become citizens. Hence, you have protests in Assam. Now the government wants to roll out the NRC nationwide. In a country where paperwork is notoriously poorly managed, oftentimes non-existent, the onus could fall on India's Muslims to prove they are citizens. But back to the protests. There are really two questions you need to ask yourself. One, should a secular country grant citizenship to people on the basis of religion? And two, is secular India mainly a homeland for Hindus? Tell us your opinion in the comments below.